Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Time to rise and shine.
Yeah.
All you beautiful people. Come and find us.
Wakey, wakey.
We're like Wally. Where's Wally?
One.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the other one. I'm not going to get excited then.
Don't get excited about that one because it says something went wrong. So give it a minute. Wait for it.
Wait for it. Is that it? Is that the second one?
1 minute ago, I believe it might be.
Oh, this one was a few seconds ago. I think this is us. I think we're actually up and running. No, maybe not. We'll see.
Can I? Oops.
Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Luann.
Are people
Nope.
finding
That was
us?
not it. That wasn't it. Okay,
Just
is
now.
this
Here
it?
we are.
I love this.
Here we are to save the day.
I feel like we're playing musical coffee and conversations
We're
here.
just having fun this morning. Are y'all having fun yet? Come play with us so we can have fun.
Oh my gosh. Just now. Okay, this one says just now.
That's
so
the
let's
one.
try that one.
That's the one. Somebody
wait.
loved it.
No, okay.
Hello,
Let's see.
hello.
We're going to
Julie
that one.
Kiss, you're with us. Hi, honey.
I think Robert's with us, and let's see.
Yeah, I don't see Robert yet.
Okay, I saw him somewhere else here, and okay, let's.
All right, I'm sending it to the Rat Pack, and that way you can just click on it.
Yeah.
Happy Hump Day. Yes,
Oh
yes.
my gosh,
Luann.
yes.
Good morning, honey.
Oh my gosh, this keeps coming
It
up.
says you're watching.
Okay. Oh, that's you. Okay, I'm watching. Hello. Hey, good morning,
Hi.
everybody.
How are ya?
Happy coffee.
You wanted
Oh
to
my
start
gosh.
your morning off with a laugh,
Oh my
right?
gosh, I'm telling you what, this is like Who's on First, and every old comedy ever written is right here, right now. I'm telling you. Good morning,
God, everybody's
Diane,
finding us. Yeah.
Robert, Carol,
Robert.
Deirdre,
Catherine Kovacs, Rick,
oh my gosh.
Carol Allen.
Okay, let me share.
Yes,
let
it
me
is
quit laughing
definitely
and share this
playtime,
out.
Diane.
It is.
I mean, what can you do? You know, you can look at it two ways. You can get upset and angry, or you can just say, yeah, it's one of those days.
It's one of those days. Oh my gosh.
We're a comedy duo. Yeah, well, you know.
Oh my Lord. I mean, it's just like you just start laughing, and there's no real reason for all this laughter, but it's just like you just can't stop it. I love it. I love it.
Fun, and we know that you all are fun because you make us laugh. Sherry Seymour, you're up and at it.
Good
morning, honey.
Sherry.
Y'all got your coffee?
Yes.
Or your tea?
Yeah, we're back, Carol.
Your cup of whatever? Yes, just laugh. Laughter is what we need right now. Definitely.
It really is.
It definitely is.
It really is. I'll tell you, and in fact, a lot of people are, you had a wonderful guest on your show yesterday, and she said one of the things you could do the most right now, laugh. And that's, I think that's the number one message we're all getting. Mm-hmm. And Diane Allison Beiersdorfer at 10 a.m. every morning, she does her Come to the Playground. Mm-hmm. And, she brings out that inner child. And good morning, Wendy. Hi, sweetheart.
Yeah. Diane, let me know if you're going on at 10 because that's my meditation time today. So I'll see if I can adjust. I don't know if I can adjust it. My schedule's kind of full again today.
Yes.
That's the scheduled time on Wednesdays for me.
Okay.
TikTok has been making me laugh out loud. I don't know what TikTok is. I've heard references to it, but I am not learning one more thing about technology right now. I'm going with what I got. I'm in another group that wants to use a program, and I told them it's giving me nightmares, and I just can't deal with it right now. Sugar-free chocolate peanuts. Oh, wow.
Sherry Seymour, remember, I'm your neighbor.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Good morning, Brenda. Did you see Deirdre's comedy? This whole thing is a dark ass comedy.
It is.
It really is. It is indeed.
Oh, thank you, Diane.
Gosh.
Yeah, if you want to text me, well, I'll be on at 10, but just let me know, honey.
Yeah.
We'll work with each other.
So how's everybody doing this morning? There's been a lot of energy going around, a lot of emotion going around. And we got 18 on. I just want to kind of touch on this briefly this morning. Cause it was a big aha moment for me yesterday. And, Teri kind of helped me see that there's, each of us are kind of coming up with some stuff that's coming up and things are triggering it so out of the blue. You just can't imagine. And it's triggering those parts about ourselves that we need to heal. We need to look at and move on. Well, good morning, Susie. I had that happen to me yesterday. And Teri had it happen to her last week. And she was crying. She was in so much emotional pain. And all I wanted to do was fix her and take that pain away. Well, guess what? The shoe was on the other foot yesterday. And I didn't cry. I just started screaming. I was sitting out at the river and it's like, F this, F that. I mean, man, the sky was blue and it wasn't because of the clouds. Let me put it that way. And I had to come face to face with this aspect of myself. And Teri happened to just get off the air and she came out and she sat and she listened to me. And here's the thing. My first reaction when someone is crying or in pain or angry and they're struggling, I want to take that pain away. I want to go in, I want to swoop in, and I want to rescue them. Teri had the good common sense and the intelligence to just let me vent and let it be. And it took a while, probably about 10, 15 minutes. I went on and on and on and on and on. Easy that. And here's what happens. Once I was able to get it all out, then I was able to step back from it and start to look at it and start to heal all the little threads that went to it. And I woke up this morning and it's not all healed, but I'm in a much better place. I have way more clarity on it. And I also know what else to do. And the reason I bring this up is that we want to swoop in. We want to heal. We want to take that pain away. We don't want to see anybody hurt. And people who are losing people who are alone. I would say to each and every one of us, myself included, allow the person to have that emotion. Allow them. They need to go through it. And hold the space for them with compassion and no judgment. Just let them get it out because it's not pretty. Mine was not pretty yesterday. It was ugly, ugly, ugly. But those were those deep, dark insecurities, those feelings of unworthiness, those feelings of lack that were within me that were very ugly and needed to come up and out. And I just wanted to share that with you this morning.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. And I just want to explain, I just listened to her. I just had empathy and, of course, a lot of compassion. The Native Americans have a tradition when somebody is releasing, especially anger or sadness. And I have held live, it's called talking stick circles. And the person that has the stick gets to do whatever they want to do. They can talk, they can laugh, they can rant, they can cry. And in the Native American tradition, you don't interfere with that. You just hold the space, like Jeryl was saying, and you let them be. You let them do their inner work. And in the circle, we always wanted to go and put our arms around that person and hug them and, reassure them or put your hand on their shoulder or their arm. That's a no-no because you're breaking that energy of them releasing. Yeah. So you give people their space. You let them have that time to just let it all out. Yeah. And then you give the comfort. Then you can give a hug. You can share what's on your heart and your compassion. And I love that. I love doing the circles. I really miss doing them. Maybe we can do a virtual circle, a virtual talking stick circle. We'll plan that. Okay. And I'll let you know when we can do it. Maybe a few weeks. Yeah. But it's something that we can just sit around and let everybody have their say, whatever they need to vent or laugh or share a good story, whatever. So yeah, that's something we can definitely do.
We got some more on.
Sally
Stacey
just showed
and
up.
Karen and Sally. Oh, hey,
Sally
and Tony, listen, kudos to you. I want to give a shout out to Sally De La Rosa and Tony, her wife Tony, because they started doing this same thing at night. And Teri and I popped in. I just happened to catch it on my phone, and we watched them. I am so excited for you guys, and we need this. We need people
need more people
step up and keep the vibration high. So we're coming to you in the morning. They're coming to you at night.
Right.
And please, if you haven't friended Sally De La Rosa, it's the Zen Tree. Is her, I don't know if it's a group or a page or what. I'm sorry, I'm so not technological, but it is Zen Tree. And please check them out, because they're doing just a wonderful thing at nighttime. And it's just, they're having coffee at night and some conversation as well. So do check them out. And it was a blast to be able to get to know Tony.
It was so good to see both of you.
Yeah. And to get to meet, to see you both together interacting, because we hear about her, but I've never seen her. So it was really lovely.
That was.
Quite lovely.
And good morning to Zara. And
hi, Zara.
Stacy Small Lord this morning.
Yes.
And who else came on? Brenda Riley.
Hi.
We're carrying emotions for the collective. The issues and feelings that we're coping with are important. Yeah, and this is a time when we're going to clear out. We're going to clear all that stuff that's in there that we don't need.
And
we're
it's
letting
okay.
it go.
Yeah, it's okay. In fact, it's necessary. It's necessary for us to acknowledge our emotions and to release them and transform them. And good morning, Francie Earhart. Hi, sweetheart. She's my Mississippi River friend from Andalusia, Illinois.
Sherry Lisk is on with us.
Sherry.
Good morning, Sherry.
And Carol Allen said that was her too yesterday, anger explosion. We've got it going on in the collective, and we've got it going on personal, and the collective will also trigger the personal and vice versa. So we need to be kind to ourselves when we're going through this, because honestly, I don't know about you, but I was raised that you didn't show anger and you didn't cry. And I think a lot of us have that core belief pattern from our parents, because they were very stoic. They were, you didn't air your dirty laundry out in public. I can think of a million ways that we were taught this, that it wasn't okay to be angry. It wasn't okay to have a voice. And so, and I'm not dissing my folks. Trust me, I'm not. It's that's how they were raised. That's just the way it was. Well, that's not the way it is anymore. We can't let it be that way. Who's here?
Linda
You're
just
getting
showed
excited.
Up. Good morning,
Good
Linda.
morning, Linda.
I'm glad you're up early. I'm glad you're here with us.
Yeah,
and
me too.
To continue that was my childhood as well. There were a lot of us. I come from a big family, and so we were not to be seen or heard, and especially not to show the emotions. We couldn't cry, or it was not received as with compassion. It was like we were loud and making noise when we cried.
Stacy said the same thing.
Not heard. There's a lot of us, I think, a lot of light workers especially, that were in that same situation growing up. But you know what? We don't live there anymore. We're definitely shining our lights, and I'm so proud of those of you. Diane, I'm just so super proud of you for stepping out and stepping up in this time and really helping people. And I know that's very heartfelt when you go online. I listen to you, and it's just beautiful. And again, Sally and Tony last night, that was awesome.
Yeah, and they're talking. Sally popped on. She just said they're talking about their stresses and their joys, and expressing all of that. We have Leanne Berkseth is with us. Good morning, Leanne.
Good morning.
It's wonderful.
And we had somebody else, Andrew.
Yeah.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, that seems to have struck a chord with everybody. Sherry Seymour says, exactly, I was raised that way too.
Yeah.
And so this is, using our voice. There is a lot of throat chakra work going on. I know in Diane's broadcast every day, almost on a daily basis, she's doing things to help us clear our throat chakra and to heal our throat chakras. Because, this is the time when all of us light workers and healers and whatever it is we do, if you're on here, you're in that category somewhere. You're here. You are meant to help this world move into a fifth dimensional consciousness, period.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we have to use our voices to do that. Well, our patterning is that we do not raise our voice. We do not use our voice. And so this is one of the things we're really working on, is that throat chakra.
Yes, we are. And that's what the modality Time Heals really helps with, to find all those places in the chakras that need to be opened up. And next week, the 22nd, I don't know what day that is. Anyway, the 22nd, I will be part of a 24-hour live stream out of Japan. And my part during that is to do a Time Heals session. So I'll let you all know exactly what time that's going to be on the 22nd. So if you participated in the last one, you know how powerful that is.
Yes.
And anybody that missed it, or if you want to come on again and participate in it, that's what I'll be doing on that day. And very excited about that. And mark your calendars for May 3rd. We're having another day of transformation with Enlightened World on May 3rd. Yeah. And Jeryl and I both will be doing stuff all day that day.
Yeah, I think my presentation's at 5:45 p.m. I got a new time slot.
Should be doing the water blessing again. I love when you do that. Oh, it's so amazing.
And I have some new information. I've got Dr. Emoto's information and pictures from that. But I discovered a new scientist, this woman, and she is amazing. She really took from where Dr. Emoto left off and has really expanded upon that. So I have some new information for everybody that I think you're going to love, and a lot of visuals. So Sally says, I have been working on my throat chakra for some time now. I was not allowed to cry, suffered abuse, but cleared my issues out last summer doing anything. Yes, absolutely. And Carol Allen, when we did that, she said she felt a lot of blockage in her throat. And thank you, Brenda. Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
And Sherry, she's heading across the pond from you this weekend, and she needs some tranquility and calm zen. Her throat is in need of connecting to the crown and the brain to form the right words to say to your people. Yes, we will definitely lift you up today when we do our meditative prayer, Sherry, at 8:20. Sherry Lisk. Sherry Yeager Lisk. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Sherry. Hi, sweetheart. Good morning. She lives across the way in Ocala on the other side of the forest that you're seeing behind us.
Oh, May 3rd's your mom's birthday, Catherine.
I'm not getting Sherry's comments. Bummer. Okay.
She may be on How to Connect with Angels. We're streaming there as well.
Yeah, I'm not ignoring you, Sherry. I'm just not seeing your comments on my feed. I'm on Enlightened World Network feed, so...
Yeah, a lot of relief comes from releasing. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, it doesn't feel good at the time, but when you get to the other side of it, kind of like, that's kind of the microcosm of the macrocosm, isn't it? It's kind of like this. What we're going through right now at times doesn't feel very good. The isolation, not being able to be with our friends and family in person. But when we get to the other side of this, we've been asking for this for a very long time. It's going to be a different world. It's going to be a more appreciative world.
It sure is.
Good changes. Yeah. Good changes.
I'm doing a meditation this morning at 10 o'clock. I always do it on Wednesdays at 10. I'm really hearing to change what I was planning on doing and work on the throat chakra. So let's do a meditation specifically to clear that throat chakra energy today.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing from the angels. And when I do my meditations, I don't just sit and plan, okay, what am I going to do? I always ask the angels, what do you want me to do? And so I had planned on doing one thing, but I'm really hearing to clear the throat. So let's clear the throat today at 10 o'clock. What do y'all say? Anybody with me?
I'm with you. Yeah, color me
and
there.
You can come right here. You can come to Enlightened World, and you'll find it on here because I stream here and a couple of other places.
And I'll share it out as well, so we can share it out into the Angelic River family. Absolutely. I'll share it out to the group.
Yay! Thank you, angels.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sally says, "Yay! Excellent. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you can come at that time." And Brenda Riley says she loves that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Speaking of love.
Okay. Oh, I can't. She wouldn't even tell me the question
Jeryl
this
Ann
morning.
Has not seen the question of the day.
No.
So here we go. Drum roll. What does love mean to me?
Oh man, she nailed me.
She says you're going to make me think, and I said, no, go with your very first thing that comes out of your heart. What does love mean to me? And I want to hear your responses on this one. Let's talk. Let's get those thoughts out there. What does love mean to me? And I see a lot of wheels turning with that one. You know, we say it every day on here. We say it to each other. We say it to God.
Yes, we do.
Sometimes we say it to ourselves, right? Which should be like every day. But what does that mean? What does love mean to me?
Oh, man.
And Brenda says, me. Awesome.
Me. I love that. You know what, Brenda? Do you want to hear an interesting thing?
Sure.
At first, I kind of went, when she said that, I went, me, right? Right? Just what Brenda said.
Yeah.
And then the next thought was, oh, that's selfish. Yeah, that programming of, oh my gosh, you know, we should not, that shouldn't, you know, that's how I was raised, that I shouldn't, you know, self-love is selfish and all of that. And that's one of the things I'm struggling with right now. I love, and so thank you. And I love comfort and safety. Sherry Seymour and Deirdre says the truth of my I am. I love that.
I'm trying to make sure I post all these up there so everybody can see them. Having a complete partner in crime. That's a form of love. Thank you, Sally.
Yes, I love that. I wonder who her partner in crime is.
Oh, I wonder.
Let me think.
May start with a T.
It
Hey,
might.
I start with a T.
Oh, okay.
Catherine, love is unconditional.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Awesome.
Total acceptance of all my being, of all that I am. That's the me answer. Absolutely.
Yes, I love it. I love Carol Allen's total acceptance of myself and others.
So there's the question of the day. Wow. Keep answering because I love this. I really love this question today.
I'm like ditto on all of them. These are wonderful.
And, you know, the interesting thing is Jeryl Ann and I both are Add Heart facilitators with Heart Math Institute. And when we do the heart brain, and I know we've talked about that many times and we've taught you all how to do that. One thing that they said is when you're holding that energy in your heart to really feel good, they don't use the word love because love does have many meanings to different people. So, you know, there may be people that sees that word love and they're like, no, I don't want to have anything to do with that because I've been hurt too many times. So love might have a meaning that takes them to that low place where it wasn't a good experience to have love. Or maybe it may be like me, and I'm hearing from several of you in your childhood where that love wasn't expressed, or it was expressed in a way that was hurtful or not understood, was confusing. But when you really feel into spiritual love, this is talking from me now. I'm not trying to talk to any of you and let you see that in that way. When I think of love, it is that unconditional love, that's acceptance, that just says, it's okay, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're doing, it's okay, I love you anyway. Yeah. I love you anyway, and we don't get that a whole lot in life. Yeah. We really don't. We get all of those strings that are attached to it.
Absolutely.
And that's the hurtful part. That's what, when we say it, when we hear the word love, it may be like a reaction.
Sally De La Rosa says, to me, love means the truth of who we are as divine individuals. Absolutely. Yeah, these all are just beautiful.
I love your answers.
Yeah, this would make a great coffee table book.
Yeah,
wouldn't
it
it?
would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Are there any on that other site?
Sherry.
That
You don't see Sherry's. Love means unconditional support, no matter what.
Yes.
Warm, fuzzy
I love
feeling
that.
of belonging. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is that, we can't be perfect in everything we do as a human, but we can have that unconditional love.
Right.
Even when we make what we would consider a mistake, there are no mistakes, but when we think of the things that we've done in our lifetime and we're like, oh, nobody could love me because I did that, or I had that thought, or, I said something to hurt somebody, but we're loved anyway, unconditionally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I like this one.
And you know what? That's what I love about this group, the Angelic River family. I have belonged to a lot of groups, and I'm not dissing any of them because I love them all, but I feel a sense of love and connectedness and support in this group like I've never felt before in any other group. And we've gotten to know each other. And I like that, Wendy. Yeah, love is being surrounded by the common.
Animals are unconditional love. They're just pure love.
Yeah. Big old
I don't care what kind
balls.
of animal it is. They just really just love you. And they just want to be loved.
Yes.
That's the other thing. It's like they don't ask for much. I mean, they ask for food, but they don't ask really anything else of you than just to give them a pat on the head or, a little rub on the back. Absolutely. They really don't demand of us. They just want to share their love with us.
Mm-hmm. I love this comment that Sherry said, giving of yourself even when you're feeling empty. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes when we do that, it fills us back up. Yeah. There is that fine line you got to watch out for, kids, where you're giving and giving and giving and you're not replenishing. And so then you find yourself depleted and wiped out. But there is also sometimes when we're hurting the worst, to help someone else helps lift us out of that. Mm-hmm. So it can be a double-edged sword, but it certainly can be your greatest gift if the circumstances warrant that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Good morning.
And Sally, I'm just so happy for you and Tony. I saw you last night for the first time live. Yes. And such a beautiful couple. I just love both of you.
I know.
And you warmed my heart.
Together.
Yeah, you just warmed my heart because you remembered an experience, and that had to have been 2 years ago, Sally, when I did that reading for you, and it just warmed my heart that you remembered that experience, and I remembered the experience as well. So we always want to hear feedback. It's not an insecurity thing. It's like it's a confirmation that we touch somebody. Yeah. And I always love to hear when somebody is touched by words or by actions. And so thank you.
And for me, Sally, too, last night, I was just coming out of the peak of the darkness of where I was at in that emotional outburst and that upheaval. And so to watch you and to have you say what you said about what we do in the morning, because part of what was going on with me was not feeling as if I had anything to offer, or that what I had to offer nobody really wanted to hear. And so for you to say those things really healed my heart in such a way. I will be grateful to you forever and will always remember that moment in time. It's a snapshot. It's a picture. It's a place where I was really struggling, and your words about what Teri and I were doing here really helped me to turn a corner. Mm-hmm. I couldn't have done it any other way.
Yeah.
So thank you. I'm so grateful to you both. Yeah, I really am.
Absolutely. And Robert Dosa is here.
And he says, live observation, viewing everything. I love that.
I love that too. Thank you, Robert, for that input. And good morning.
Yeah.
You guys, you're
I know. Isn't
really
this great?
filling my heart this morning.
What
Thank
a love
you.
fest. I
Thank
love
you
this.
for all of this interaction and
Yeah.
just the beauty of you. You all are so beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you for being with us this morning.
This is
And I know
lovely.
we have a lot of people on watching us live, and I love that. This show was born spontaneously, and I feel like it every day. It's very spontaneous because you all blend your energy to it as well, and it goes where it goes. There is no agenda. We go where we go.
Yeah.
The only thing that we do the same is we do stop at some point and have just some time together to do a love fest and to lift each other up, which we will be doing at 20 after. So if you want to start thinking about, what do you need right now? What do you need? Do you need to lift somebody else up? Do you need yourself to be put in the circle and lift you up? Start thinking along those lines as we continue to just have this wonderful conversation. Oh, Sally.
Thank you so much, Sally.
I love that. I love getting love. So thank you. We're starting our love fest early.
Yes, I love it. And I'll start out the prayer thing. And for those of you who might be new to our morning show, the last 10-15 minutes of the morning, Teri does a beautiful guided meditation prayer offering. We are not a religious group. We are certainly very, very spiritual. And all belief systems are accepted here if they are of love. That's the caveat.
That is.
It has to be love. It has to be love.
Because we're like protective mother hens of our group. So if we see something that's not for the best of all, then we will take posts down. Just be aware of that, or say something. But just share love when you come into the group. Just lift each other, and we love humor, by the way.
Yes,
so if you want to make us laugh, we started out today laughing, so let's continue laughing and lifting that vibration. Good morning, Joanne Castillo. I didn't see you come in, honey.
Oh,
good morning to you.
Yeah, and thank you, Carol. Yes, it really was divinely inspired, and I think as light workers, whatever we want to, as humanity of ascending, I think we are divinely inspired. Sally and Tony brought up something really important, and I've heard Teri say it a whole bunch of times ever since I've known her. The angels are out there wanting to help us. All we have to do is ask. When you are in a jam, the archangels, each one kind of has a different specialty, if you will. Start to research your angels. I take Archangel Michael with me everywhere for protection. If you do have to go out, wrap him around you. He's your protective angel. Archangel Raphael is your healing angel. He is the angel of healing. And Gabriel is the angel of communication right now with this throat chakra, So just ask them. Ask your guardian angels. I had a message in Teri's angel circle. My two main guardian angels, Bert and Iris, were like, we're bored. You're not giving us enough to do. And so I said, okay, then let's do this. And I mean, like that, I had that project accomplished. So do touch to them. They love to help us. That's their job. That's their job. And if they're helping you, it doesn't mean that they can't help someone else. They're holographic, if you will. That's the best way I know how to say it. And they can help everyone simultaneously. So and the Ascended Masters as well. Mother Mary, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Babaji, Buddha. All of the Ascended Masters are also available to us at all times. Always. So use the help.
Use the help. And you brought up the Angel Circle is tonight, people. So if you haven't signed up for that, I know some of you have. There's still time.
Yes.
I think there are 6 spaces left. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
So if you want to be in that angel circle, it's going to be a really good one tonight. They're
amazing.
I already feel the angels just going to those people that have signed up and working on their hearts already so that I can connect and get the very best message through from the angels for them. And that's what the angel circle is all about. It's just hearing their message to all of you and then hearing it to you specifically. You get to ask a question or just say, can I have my message? Can I have something about my life? Yeah. And it comes through, and they're a beautiful experience. So I encourage you, if you're interested, go to Angel Circles by Teri Angel, and you can sign up still for tonight. And there's another one next Tuesday night if tonight doesn't work for you.
Yeah. I'm basically doing this in my show Rising Up with Jeryl again, because in 2 Angel Circles ago, my team and the higher archangels came in and said, you know what, it's time to come out of hiding. You've been hiding from yourself. You've been trying to hide from us, and you've been hiding from the world, and it's time to quit hiding. And I took that to heart, because, you know, we all have a mission here, and I wasn't living my mission, my purpose. And it was a real wake-up call for me. And of course they do it in the most loving and gentle ways, but it was like, okay. And that was 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, something like that. And that got the ball rolling. And then the next Angel Circle, I said, okay, I've made these steps. Okay, am I going in the right direction? And you know, what else do I need to do? How do I need to do this? And it gives me, even if I hear the message, it gives me clarity that what I think I'm hearing is real or not. And I'll do an Angel Circle every time she has one, because it gives me clarification in increments. You know, because I don't think we can handle it all. I can't handle it all at once.
And every day now, they've been giving me a message for the collective, for everybody. And yesterday, it's interesting that you brought that up, Jeryl, because yesterday, the message primarily was, don't hide behind your mask. And, you know, we wear many masks. We show different pieces of ourselves, but then we hold stuff back, don't we? All of us. We hold back that part that we think nobody will accept. We just hold that close to us. So their message yesterday was, you're being told to wear a mask right now for your protection and for others people's protection, but don't hide behind any mask. Let yourself, let your light shine, let your real self come through.
I'd like to read this comment from Robert. He says, I have a personal experience with angels, as I had a conflict to solve. Therefore, I called upon the archangels, and I ended up with literally legions of angels protecting me. Outcome of the experience, a resurrection of someone who literally died for a couple of moments. That is the power of angels. Thank you, Robert, for that story. That's powerful. It really is.
It really is. And we have somebody on Periscope, Cannon Go Forth. Hello, good morning. Who wants to know what's the point of all this? Well, Cannon, this is a beautiful gathering that we do every morning of anybody that wants to come in. We're open to all, including you, and thank you for being here. And we just have a discussion, whatever comes up. We just talked about that. Wherever the conversation goes, whatever people need to talk about or want to talk about, that's where it goes. And then we'll do a meditation at the very end in about 10 minutes or so. And we just help each other. We lift burdens, you know, whatever is on your heart, whatever people need to put in our circle to be lifted up. We're not a religion. We're just spiritual people gathering together. We found each other and we call ourselves family, because family is not about the blood inside of you. Family is what's in your spirit.
Yes.
And that's what we are. So thank you and welcome. And thank you for asking that question. You know, people pop in at different times and you may not understand what we're doing here. We're just talking.
Flying by the seat of our pants half the time. And Abuelita Chadwick is with us this morning again.
Good morning.
Yeah, and Brenda Riley says, the point of this is to start my day with my soul family and love and kindness. And that's it.
I love that.
You know, we may be physically separated, but we're not spiritually separated. And, you know, this is a way for us to just come together virtually,
Mm-hmm.
have coffee in the morning, and talk about what's going on, because these are unprecedented times. And, if the bigger question, in addition to the other side to that question, is what's the point of all of this, of what's happening? And for us, many of us have said over and over and over again, we just can't keep going the way we're going. We just can't. That society, humanity was just out of control and spinning out, and we were destroying the planet. There's so many things. So what's the point of all this? I think on the other side, we're going to really, really, really start to understand what the point of all of this was.
Yeah.
But part of, for me, is connecting to souls all over the planet, and to create a family and a new way of being that only this experience could have created.
Right.
And to find the light in this and not the dark. This is what we're all about here. Trust me, we are not denying the tragedy and the seriousness of what's going on out in the world. Our head is not in the sand, but we feel we have a choice as to how we go through this, and how we go through this and what we focus our energy on is going to have an outcome on what we see on the other side of this. So our whole purpose here is to keep everybody lifted up, to soothe each other's souls when they're grieving, when tragedy hits them from this, whether it's a loss of job, a loss of friends, a loss of family,
loss of health,
any kind of loss. We are here as a family to support each other, because we can't physically be together. So this is the next best thing for us, is to support and heal each other this way. We do workshops in the group. Teri's on the air several times a day with very uplifting programming with Enlightened World Network. There's a lot that we're doing. I go on with Rising Up with Jeryl on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern with guests that have ways and suggestions of how to get through this in the best possible way. So, and that's just a little bit more to,
we're just fun.
Yeah, we like to have fun. We got to laugh.
We have to laugh, and that we hope we bring you some humor every day, something to laugh at. You can laugh at us. I'm okay with that. Go ahead and laugh.
I'm good with that too. I laugh at myself every day. Trust me.
Anything to raise the vibration. Yeah. Let's just keep that rolling and keep that as part of what our life is. Even when we're able to come back out of this isolation, let's continue to find things to laugh at.
Yes.
And laugh with each other. So
because there's going to be a lot of transition on the other side as well. It's not just this time period, because once we see what's on the other side, then we get to deal with that and to process through that as well. So this is ongoing.
Absolutely.
Y'all are stuck with us. What can I say?
I think so. I think so. And I'm excited because I'm part of a new show that has been born, and it's called The Broader Edge. And I'll be on with 3 other ladies every other Thursday at 5 o'clock. And we are going to ask those important questions to help us all look at the new world. It's candid conversations to envision a new world. And that's what we're going into. It's not going to be the same. There are going to be so many things that are different that we used to do one way, and now we're going to look at things and what's important. So I'm excited about that, because that's kind of what we do, but it'll be like a structured, round table conversation with 4 people giving input and taking, the input of the audience as well. So I'm excited about it. And I'll say hi to Fiona. Our beautiful Fiona showed up. Hi, darling.
Good morning. And our prayer request, I want to bring this one up for sure. Carol, all of them actually, but Carol Allen says, prayers for my community today. I am hearing a lot of ambulances. Our zip code has the highest amount of COVID-19 cases in the state right now. And she's in Maryland. So please lift Carol's area up. We're fortunate. We're in an area right now that has in the double digits, low double digits of cases. And interestingly enough, right now here in this county, the majority of them are children, which that kind of surprised me.
Yeah, and Robert Dose's twin flame, he wants to add her in.
Okay.
She was diagnosed a couple of years ago with lupus, which, if you don't know what that is, it is an autoimmune disease.
Uh-huh.
And though she's a light worker, she gave in to the diagnosis. So,
Yeah.
Let's all visualize her as
that.
completely healthy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert,
Absolutely,
for
Robert.
that input. And I want to add Fiona into our circle today. Let's lift her up. I asked her to come on the show so she could be lifted up by all of us and supported by all of us.
She is such a beautiful light worker.
I love
and
my
just
Fiona.
So gifted. I loved your meditation the other day, Fiona, the guided meditation.
Yeah, you always make me smile.
Wonderful.
You warm my heart whenever I see you or a message from you. And I want to continue with Camille, the Psalm. Yeah. We had all lifted her up. She had surgery recently to remove the fibrotic tissue in her lungs. She's still hospitalized. So please continue to lift Camille up. And we want to lift up Daisy Wallace. I don't know if Wendy had to go to work today, but I have a feeling she did because she's usually on here. And we definitely want to lift up Daisy Wallace. And also Sally De La Rosa asked us for prayers for Carol A. Miller. So we'll be lifting her up as well. And honestly, I would like to personally ask for some prayers to lift me up. I'm still dealing with some of the residual of yesterday, and I want to heal those parts of myself. I want to transform that and release that, because I believe that we can't go into 5D and stay there with 3D baggage. And this is part of my 3D baggage. This is part of the old belief systems that aren't really true, but my subconscious mind is acting out of those old belief systems. So I want to heal those aspects of myself that are holding me back and keeping me from being the best light worker I can be. Absolutely. And our Canon Goforth from Periscope. Sally. Yes, thank you. Canon Goforth from Periscope says that the buffet will be shut down. The casino CEO is working hard to keep our employees in work, but we might have to cut 70%. So that's, you're not alone in that. There's a lot of people in that financial bind right now. Yes. So we will definitely put you in our circle and lift you up for that. Oh, thank you, Deirdre. And thank you, Fiona. She's sending all the love and healing back to us. And Barbara Anderson Scott is recovering from back surgery, and she's having issues with nauseousness. And boy, that's so common after surgeries. I know my mom had that too. Oh, yes. Thank you, Sally. She's lifting you up too, Teri, so we can keep doing what we're doing. And I'm lifting up you and Tony, because you two just really, really, really touched my heart and got me through a pretty tough time yesterday with your words. So you helped me to turn a corner. Yeah, thank you. Fiona says, letting go of all the old beliefs that hold us back. Yeah. Thank you, Fiona, for reminding us to always let go of whatever is not serving us. Yeah, and we're doing that collectively, so maybe that we could all really make that a conscious focus, is that each and every one of us can release those things that just don't serve us anymore. They're not ours. Right. We came here to have the experience of emotions and everything, but we also came here to transcend them. So this is our time to get to do that. It is, and it is time. Yeah. Oh, it is time to do that. Yes, it is. It is the time. I've been sitting here all comfy cozy, and I'm going to get up now because I have to turn the computer, or I get to turn the computer around. Yeah. That's another thing, is what we say, our words carry such a meaning. So even if you have something that may be a mundane thing to you, instead of saying, I have to do this, look at it as, I get to do this. Yes. So I get to show you all the river right now. Yes. Our beautiful river that we look at every day. And, I don't like taking anything for granted. So when I come out in the morning and I see that, it's always wow, aren't you beautiful? And putting in some gratitude every day. The birds, I hear them every day. And after a while, you have this tendency of that's there, and you're used to it being there, so you don't appreciate it as much. So I'm trying really hard not to do that. And when I see them, to say good morning and say I love you and not take it for granted. And even Wally, I just tell Wally I love him and thank you for being here, being in our life. And he got a little up close and personal yesterday, so we're sending Wally lots of love, but asking him to
at a distance.
Keep his distance, please.
And we didn't do sunset last night, and
there wasn't one.
There wasn't one. As you can tell, it's really overcast and dreary. And it will be like that probably again today. But this is what it was like last night. In fact, it was a little even more dreary than this. But
it was.
We'll do the sunsets when we have one. Otherwise, we won't. But not that we don't want to. It's just that some days it just isn't sunny in Florida. Imagine
go with
that.
The flow.
Some days we don't have sun.
So let's start to get centered. Yeah. And I appreciate all of the input from everyone, what your prayer requests were. And if you didn't get a chance, you can still type it in. If you don't want to share it, if it's maybe personal, just hold it in your heart, because God knows what's in your heart. All right. So let's take a deep breath in. The breath will center and focus your energy. So just breathe right into your lungs. Envision you're filling up a balloon with that air, and let your lungs expand totally. And then release that energy back out. And as you do so, you'll start to relax some. To start to feel your body start to relax. And if you're in a place where you can safely do so, please don't do it while you're driving, or if you're in a place where you have to have your eyes open. But if you can safely do it, close your eyes when you breathe in, because that brings your focus totally on your breath with no distractions. And this time that we have in isolation is to block out all those distractions. And I think many of us are doing that. We're really learning to go inside. So let's have this time together, this few minutes of total focus. Focus on what you're feeling inside right now. Let's pull the energy in with our breath and let that energy go to where it needs to go. It may go to a place inside of you that's hurting. Maybe there's a physical pain. Maybe it's going to your heart center. I feel a lot of that energy right now. With the breath, reaching the heart center to soothe, to calm, to balance that energy. And next breath in, I want you to focus on gratitude. Giving gratitude for anything in your life that brings a smile, that brings some warmth to you. It may be a beautiful sunset. It may be a person who is so near and dear to you, and that person just is warming your heart with just the thought of them. It may be remembering a warm hug. Let that warm hug go all around you. Let it swirl around with warmth. And then when you exhale that gratitude, let it go out to whoever it can reach, whether it's family, friends, your community. Share that gratitude out. The vibration of gratitude is the same as the vibration of love. So you're sending that energy and that frequency, which will add to the collective frequency. Let it lift everyone up with your gratitude. And now with your next breath, let's focus on what we're doing in this moment to lift each other. Let's focus on those requests that people put in to help each other, to lift each other. And let's add in to all that mix of what we're lifting up. Let's add in our caregivers. those that are on the forefront right now, the medical community, doctors, nurses, paramedics, anybody who is out there helping with this virus that's happening, with this situation, but not just with that. Those that are in need of medical attention that are not, um, that do not have anything to do with the coronavirus, but they have medical issues. Let's lift all of the medical workers up, all the doctors, the nurses that have to continue working to keep everybody in their best medical condition possible. I'm thinking of my sister right now. I want to put her in the mix. And let's add in today all of those who are rebelling and not compliant with respecting others. Let's add them in there. Let's send them love and send them energy of just knowing that this is serious. This is something that we can't just ignore and it'll go away. So let's put out that energy all over to people who maybe are questioning if it's real, who are buying into conspiracy theories, those that don't understand how serious this is. Let's put the energy into them of just acceptance and allowance and just loving them, because that's what God does to us. He just loves whatever we do, whatever our thoughts are. So all these people that we're holding to lift up, let's lift them up. Let's feel the vibration with the next breath. Let's feel that frequency. And let's bring all of those prayer requests, all that energy, let's just lift it higher. Just watch it as it floats higher. See it in front of you like a cloud, and just watch that cloud drift away from you. See it now as it rises higher and higher. It's carrying all those burdens in that cloud. You don't have to drift with it. You can just watch. You can just observe. Right now, today, we're going to be the observer. We're going to see it as it drifts even higher now. Now it looks like just a little pinpoint of energy that you can see rising away from you, going up into the ethers, rising higher. It's taking all those burdens with it. And that cloud now is something that you can just not even see anymore. It took the burdens, it took them all the way up to the Creator. And right now, that's where God's attention is. And it's said that if two or more are gathered together, then it increases the vibration, it increases the frequency of what we are bringing forward to God. So we just turn it over and we just ask that all of these requests be looked at by our Creator. I call him God. Ever how you envision the Creator to be, just envision right now that he or she is looking at all these requests and that the prayers will be answered for that person's best or highest good. We may not know what that is as humans. We may not see the big picture of what's best for them. And that's okay. It's okay to not know. Just allow it to happen. Ever how those prayers will be answered, just go into a state of allowing and know that the burden's been lifted from your shoulders. You don't have to carry that burden anymore. And now just feel into the energy of lightness. The angels want us right now to just lighten up. They want us to do the laughter. They want us to not feel so heavy and bogged down with worry and with fear. So let's do that right now. Let's let that energy go. Anywhere inside of you that you are concerned about something. There's people that are worried about finances, people that are worried about family members, or those who have contracted a disease. Let's let it go. It doesn't help anybody for you to hold on to any of those low vibrations. If you have anger inside, let's let that go. If you have sadness, let it go. Just continue to let it go. Just release it. There's another cloud waiting to take all those emotions away from you. Just put them on the cloud. Let it go. Let it drift away. Just giving a moment for you to reach that place inside where there's something you're holding on to, whatever it might be. Let's just go into that energy of forgiveness right now. Let's say the Ho'oponopono to all those places inside where we're holding something that's not doing us any good at all. In fact, it's holding us back. It's a barrier. Let's let it go with, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And when you do that prayer, it's a prayer of release. It's a prayer that says, I'm not going to hold this anymore. I'm not going to hurt myself anymore by holding myself back. I want to be a clean vessel. I want to be something that is welcoming to anything that's in my experiences. But I don't have to live there. We are not our past. We are not what happened to us. Just let that go and live in the now. Stay present in the now moment. Wow, I just saw a bright light, and I see that there's a lot of people that are recognizing how much it hurts you to hold on to things. I feel tears happening, and that's good. That's a good release. Let it go. And now let's feel that energy of God, that bright light that shines down on you. Feel it coming right over you. This white light that covers you totally, wrapping you up in a warm blanket of love. And let's send that warmth out. Let's send it to family, to friends, to your country, wherever you are. And let's see our earth covered in that white light of love. We asked earlier what love means to you, to have you think about what that is that you're feeling right now. That warmth, that unconditional acceptance, that is love. Let's give that out to the world right now. That unconditional acceptance and love. See the earth covered in it. Feel how that feels to have a blanket of love wrapped around our earth plane. This beautiful planet that we're living on. Send that love into the water so that everyone who experiences drinking it will know they've been touched by this essence of love that you sent out. And now coming back to your heart center, that love has expanded because when you give it out, you get it back. So feel how full your heart is right now, full of love. And let's start sharing that out. Let's do our tradition that we have come to love and wait for every day. We share this together in our community. And for those of you who are new, one of our beautiful members has termed it the heart telephone. And thank you, Deirdre, for doing that. We do a heart telephone, which means we hold each other and we share that love with each other, going around our circle. So envision there's somebody standing on your left and there's somebody on your right. And you're going to reach out and hold that person's hand. And you're going to hold it tight. You're really going to let them feel that you're there. So do that right now. And see if you feel somebody squeezing your hand. Feel their warmth coming to you through your hand. And pull that hand up to your heart. And turn and look at that person beside of you on your left and say, I love you.
I love you.
And feel it as it goes around our circle. It's going to expand as it goes because each person is saying these words. And it's coming back to your heart. Oh, it feels so good. I'm feeling it right now as it reached my heart center. And let's say out loud to the whole group, everyone, saying it all together at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I love you. Wow. What warmth that is. What beauty that is. You all are beautiful. And aren't we all beautiful? When we look at our spirit inside of us, we see the beauty. We see you, we love you, we acknowledge every one of you that are here with us today and hopefully every day, as much as you can make it.
It's a wonderful way to start the day. I am so grateful to each and every one of you, and for not only what you do for me personally, but for what you're doing for the planet and humanity collectively. Because with every high vibration, we're all connected. There is no separation. The body separateness is an illusion. We're all part of that divine spark of source, and we're all connected. So as we raise our vibrations, we're raising the vibrations of the whole planet. And
Yes,
don't we all need it now?
We all are here.
So
we're all together. So
Yes.
let's all stay lifted today. Go watch Diane. Listen to her beautiful words.
Yes.
Do another meditation. I'm going to lead us in a full, almost half-hour meditation to clear our throat chakra.
Yeah.
And we can't get enough of that. We can't get enough of opening our chakra centers and feeling the love that can come in when we do that. I love you all so much.
I love you too, and thank you for all those wonderful comments. And Deirdre, I'm so glad you have tears of joy.
I felt them. I felt a lot of tears, tears of relief, tears of release, and tears of just that beautiful love that we get immersed in when we do this.
Right.
And thank you all for participating. I know when we say those words, I know you're saying the words. I know you're feeling the feeling. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
You all are yummy.
I know.
Have a
and let's do some laughing today.
Absolutely.
And tomorrow, if you find a way or a video or a movie that's really funny that you think we can all watch or do, let us know tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That's the challenge for tomorrow, is to find something to laugh at or give us a story, whatever. So let's really start focusing again on the playing and the laughter. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Carol, I love you, family. We love you too.
We love you guys too. I mean, oh my gosh. Yes. Yes.
So now I have to get ready and dressed and be online at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. And I have an appointment at 9, so I need to get going too.
Absolutely.
Yay.
Thank you all.
All right.
Love you. Bye.
Love you all. Bye.